II shaped the world we live in today. The Allied victory paved the way for democracy, human rights, and a global order that, despite its flaws, promotes cooperation over conflict. But what if it had ended differently? What if the Axis powers, Germany, Japan, and Italy, had won the war? How would our world look today? Let's dive into an alternate history that could have reshaped the very fabric of our existence. The Axis powers didn't just fight for victory, they fought to impose their vision of the future. Adolf Hitler's dream was a 1,000-year Reich, a Europe entirely under German control. Japan sought to create the Greater East Asia Co-Prosperity Sphere.
New democratic style. Temporary buildings have now covered many of the city's scars.
While Italy aimed to revive the Roman Empire's glory.
Kundgebungen der riken Kongen worden Wien haben mich tief bewegt.
Imagine a world carved up into these empires, borders erased, cultures subjugated, and ideologies imposed. These weren't just political ambitions, they were ideological missions. Fascism, militarism, and racial supremacy would become the cornerstones of a global society. But what would life be like under this regime? Daily life would revolve around conformity. Education would indoctrinate children into the ideals of the Axis powers. Propaganda would dominate every aspect of culture, erasing dissenting voices and rewriting history. Freedom of speech, gone. Diversity, forbidden. And for those who didn't fit the Axis mold, the consequences would be dire. The Holocaust was a horrific chapter in human history, but under Axis rule, such atrocities might not have ended. Minority groups, dissidents, and anyone considered undesirable would face systemic eradication. Entire cultures could vanish, their traditions erased forever. With victory would come perpetual militarization. The Axis's vision relied on strength and domination, ensuring constant preparation for rebellion or external threats. For the average person, this meant a lifetime of conscription, surveillance, and fear. But resistance would never truly die. Throughout history, humanity has shown an unyielding resilience. Could underground movements have overthrown the Axis? Or would their grip have been too strong? The Allied victory brought the world into an era of technological innovation and scientific progress.
1, 0, all engine running. Liftoff, we have a liftoff, 32 minutes past the hour. Liftoff on Apollo 11.
The Cold War's rivalry spurred the space race, medical breakthroughs, and the internet. Under Axis rule, science might have been limited to weapons development and unethical experiments. Civilian advancements, an afterthought. Progress requires freedom, the freedom to think, to create, to challenge authority. Without it, innovation stagnates and humanity's potential dims. The United Nations, a symbol of global cooperation, might never have existed. Decolonization movements might have been crushed, leaving nations trapped in perpetual servitude, and the dream of a connected, interdependent world. Just that, a dream. Instead of unity, we'd face division. Instead of hope, fear. World War II was one of humanity's darkest chapters, but it also demonstrated the power of unity, sacrifice, and the enduring fight for freedom. The Axis powers' vision reminds us of what's at stake when hatred and oppression prevail. As we ponder what might have been, let us never forget what was and why it matters. History is not just a record of the past, it's a lesson for the future. History is written by the victors, but the true story of World War II is found in the lives of those who endured it, who fought not just for victory, but for survival and hope. Remember the past, protect the future,